I am sweating. Well, I will tell you, I was wearing the hockey jersey, and my fat ass in this 88-degree, like humid ass Michigan weather. Dude, I got all so sad to switch to the regular t-shirt, man.
Oh,
and
it's
now
only fine.
I got residual. Well, okay, it's a dry heat, and I've always said that jokingly, but like that's absolutely what it is, dude. Like this shit is so humid. It'll be 80 here, and it's worse than it was in California. But
nah, it's been fucking humid recently. Like it feels like we're about to fucking monsoon. It's not particularly comfortable.
Jesus, shut the fuck up.
Gong.
God damn it, dude. Why is this clip so fucking stupid?
Walt, how fucking drunk? Oh, Jesus. Yes. Do the podcast like that with your fucking just eyes. Just fucking eyes.
Hello there, everyone, and welcome to another Level Zero podcast.
Dude, I feel like we could do video podcasts if we just did the fucking eyes. Just this. I feel like that'd be okay.
That might work.
The first thing a heroin OD sees. No, it's okay. Oh, I can't show you the fucking webcam clip because I'm using my fucking webcam.
You've been gone for a month. You couldn't get that fucking fixed.
Jesus Christ.
It's not a broken problem. It's just I'm a stupid asshole, and this is how I designed it, Logitech.
Is your stupid son holding the fucking webcam in his fucking hands again?
Dude, I was fucking dying. He's sitting on the shitter watching Peppa Pig, and then I hear doot, 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 doot. I'm like, oh god damn it, he's calling those guys again.
I feel like we stream more with your son than we do with you in the last month, and it's I'll
he's
take
less
it.
Depressed.
I'll take it. For now, he'll grow into it. That's fantastic.
This is like one of those shitty YouTube fucking videos where the guy goes on the new roller coaster and tries to show everybody.
Your webcam is worse than the fucking Star Trek fucking camera when they were trying to film the fucking direct hits and then everybody gets thrown to the side. That's what it looks like of you adjusting your stupid camera. Get
I don't know what you're talking
shit
about.
Together. You've never seen old school Star Trek?
Yes.
Okay, so when they would take a hit, they would literally just shake the camera and then everybody would just like pretend throw themselves to the side. And it looks like, the entire ship was shaking because they didn't have the technology to shake the entire ship.
I'm drinking the heavy stuff tonight. Cayman Jack pre-made margaritas.
Cayman?
Yeah, Cayman Jack has got an alligator on it. Maybe a crocodile. I don't fucking know the difference. I'm not an ornithologist.
We got some of these exotic drinks from the Cayman Islands.
Does it sound like someone came in your mouth?
So how was your work abroad?
Well, you guys want me to hit an intro real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, because we haven't had a decent one in quite a while.
Yeah.
All right. Hello there, everyone. Wow. Fucking rusty. Stand by. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to another Level Zero. You're welcome for my podcast. And just a reminder that you might not enjoy the show, but it's just a stepping stone to a better podcast. I am WPW, joined by Hardstick, and as always, meet Bolus. Gentlemen, how are you guys tonight?
Oh, I'm good.
It feels good to be back after that brief hiatus.
So fucking happy that Walt's back.
Yeah.
So Hardstick said you had a complication from your previous surgery, and then someone else had said that you were doing some work abroad shit with Doctors Without Borders. You were doing like drunk CEs about malaria. So
yeah, it's actually a combination of the two. I got botfly infestation as I went to Africa last month. Yeah, and shit was no joke, man. But my back looks like fucking Ving Rhames' face. It's just all pockmarked and fucked up, and so I had to take several different strings of antibiotics, and I think I'm finally doing better now. But I mean, so I'm just happy to be back with you, gentlemen.
Well, we missed you. I'm sure the listeners missed you.
So
Oh yeah,
much.
all 8 of them on our little Facebook group.
And I'm sure all the local sniffs in your area missed you terribly.
Fuck, they hate me. God damn. Like, I mean, I have that know-it-all quality, and also I have that California like fast-talking accent and shit. And dear Lord, they get so I can see them from across the hallway as I'm walking in, and I can see them mouth fuck. It's this fat piece of shit. He's gonna ask us 1,000 questions and get mad when we don't know the answers.
But they say it real slow and slack-jawed, I'm sure. Here he comes with that fast speech cadence. Actually, they probably don't know what the fucking word cadence is.
Oh, here come Doc Hollywood again.
So how was the last podcast? I actually have not gotten a chance to listen yet.
No one else has, so that's okay.
Yeah. I think it was pretty uneventful. I think we talked about Hardstick's Partridge family of nursing students doing compressions in a fucking marimba line. Merengue line? Whatever the fuck that dance is.
That was the only clip that I watched, and I watched it about 15 minutes ago.
Just like studying for high school. But yeah,
God
I mean,
damn it.
we were gone for about a month, and we didn't have these fucking technical issues, so we're glad you brought them back.
Oh, stand by. I just had a stroke of genius. Hey, there we go.
I think your webcam's having a stroke.
Yeah, I had to wedge the webcam up against the wall with my fucking computer, so that's the only way I can get it to stay. Yeah, it was like $12 at Target, so I'm not complaining too much. I'm not making any level 0 money yet, so I can't afford any equipment.
We can put a better one on the level 0 gold MasterCard.
It's like 3 stickers, dude.
As soon as you get that Patreon started, I can get some actual equipment and shit.
We should put that in the Facebook group. What people
we could sell my webcam.
I keep thinking it's a fucking second monitor on over your shoulder, but it looks like a white box of dog treats or some shit.
Where are you looking at?
Over your left shoulder on that table. Yeah.
Oh, those are diapers.
I thought it was a computer monitor. It's so fucking bright compared to everything else.
Yeah, I'm in my fucked up garage again in front of my wife's beat up ass car. Like, I wish I could show you guys, but like the undercarriage of the car is just dangling and like being held together with like zip ties and duct tape because she runs over every curb and small child that she's ever seen.
Do they have paved roads where you live or no?
Cobblestone.
Oh, that's just a survival technique. So you fit in. You're gonna weld one of the doors shut, take the door handles off.
Well, I'm fixing to do myself a weld job here on this Nissan Sentra.
Just a good old boy.
She go over any sick jumps recently?
Do you guys know what a culvert is?
Yeah, that's that TV show on Comedy Central.
The Culvert Report?
Yeah.
A culvert is like basically like a big pipe, kind of like a drainage ditch thing, and then you just put it for like rainwater to like drain from. And you guys from Arizona, and we don't have them in California, we don't have them out here, but they're like line the roads on every street that we're out here because we get so much rain. And I was actually getting to drive the ambulance about 3 weeks ago, and I drove over a culvert and actually went gunk, 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 and did that and like bottomed out the actual ambulance. I think I kind of fucked something up in the ambulance, but I just didn't report it, because I was trained by AMR.
It's almost July.
Oh, I am excited. Have you been getting many submissions?
They're starting to come in now, yeah. I really waited a long time before I started even talking about it, so.
Yeah. Well, shit, I still can't get onto the page.
You still can't post at all?
I can post, but I have to like use the accessory pathways to get to level 0. I just can't use the fucking app anymore.
Post through a fucking Delta Wave?
Through the Bundle of Kent app.
This is accessory pathways?
No, if I go through the actual Business Suite app, it just says like cannot load now, so it won't even pull up anything.
When's the last time I assume you've updated it or tried to update it?
Yeah, I've tried updating it, and I've even tried to go in and I can do it through my computer fine, and I can go through like the Facebook app and then try to maneuver there, but like I miss like half the shit on the page now because I can't. It doesn't give me notifications. I can't check it. It's weird.
It's such a fucking trash app. I mean, Facebook in general, but the Business Suite thing, for all the fucking money they have, it's amazing that their app isn't top notch.
I think it's made by like college students or something.
Yeah, well, I was talking to our web guy because my personal Facebook got shut down by them because they said that they saw a potential hacking attempt. It's been down for over a month. I can't get them to fix it. Trying to send them messages, like our web guy has been doing it like through whatever back end channels he knows about, but he said he's 90% sure that most of the tech people that work there are like temp employees and they just don't give a fuck. So
I mean, that kind of explains a lot, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it makes total fucking sense. And the fact that our little page isn't like, some advertising giant, like fucking, if we were Coca-Cola, it would have been fixed.
Or Savage Paramedics.
Or Savage Paramedics.
That was 12 minutes and 7 seconds. Well done. Well done.
I'm really disappointed that they've never fucking mentioned us talking shit about them or anything. I mean, they just have no fucking personality at all.
Because it's not a person. It's 50 Indian people running that fucking page.
It's got to be. Oh, well, even like the old mods or the chick that used to run it, like she doesn't run it anymore as far as I know. Like she should be fucking speaking up, giving us grief or something. Fuck.
I think she's lounging in the Cayman Islands. Making that savage money. So do we want to talk about what our next podcast is going to be and kind of delving into that new route?
The second failed podcast or the third?
I think this will be number 3.
Okay.
Well, it can't fail before it launches.
That's literally a movie that I'm pretty sure Walt has seen at least 5 times.
Failure to Launch?
Mm-hmm.
Delightful. Matthew McConaughey.
God, I know you so well.
I can't remember. Was that the one? I think that's the one with Diane Lane. No, it is McConaughey.
Is that the one where he goes into space and winds up behind his bookshelf?
Yes. In like the 15th dimension?
Anybody fucking understand that movie?
Sorta. Not well enough to explain it. Not even on a fucking Joe Rogan level. But I kind of got it.
I mean, the last Rick and Morty episode kind of simplifies the same premise.
Yeah, that's kind of when they go to the ocean world. So do you guys both watch?
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn. How the fuck is that show still so consistent after all this time and like the amount of exposure that they've had and the way that the fans are and all that shit? Like, how is it still a funny show?
Dan Harmon must be fucking depressed as fuck.
God, so fucking sad and low T.
He's got enough money. He's on Suicide Watch 24/7. He's got a team of people that just fucking idle and knives.
He's got a Prozac infusion 24/7 to keep him going. He's got a pick line for his SSRIs.
Content is content. However you get there.
Oh, if you could get a fucking pick line for that.
No, that episode was fantastic. I fucking died the entire time. The immediate, like, knowing that as soon as they went back through the fucking portal, that fucking time had passed, and I was waiting for it, and 100% not fucking disappointed at what was there. I fucking knew it was coming. I was so excited, and fucking bravo. Amazing.
Oh.
I love that Jessica became a time god and now wants nothing to do with it.
It was very very timely with the new Loki series.
Yes.
I still haven't watched an episode of that.
It's good.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about it. I've just been busy.
Busy pissing off sniffs and injecting fucking pygmies with vaccines.
I mean, it was really, really fulfilling work, though. You know, because you don't know much about Africa. You know, you hear kind of little
Excuse me?
whispers and. Well, I'm sorry. You know, I mean, I'm just talking the normal average person, but I mean, they don't know what those people legitimately go through. I mean, you see the fucking Sally Struthers commercials and you know things like that, but getting to actually be there and experience what they're going through and you know the struggles and the things that we take for granted over here and you know just things like washing their clothes. You know, I mean, I go into my fucking laundry room and you know do a load of laundry and make my wife do it, but I mean they have to walk down to the creek and all this shit. But I mean walking and just learning who these people are and you know especially because I spent so much time there and kind of getting to kind of watch these people you know, learn to get more comfortable with me and open up and all this stuff. And as I helped one of the small village teenagers, there was actually a aardvark infestation outside his village, and so I got to help him with it, and it was just a really fulfilling experience. And afterwards, he looked me straight in my eyes and he said, and it was just really touched me emotionally. But I'm just glad to be back here in Illinois now.
Do they trap the aardvarks or do they hunt them? Like how do they stop that?
Mostly rocks, and you know, there's throwing involved, but you know, there's some fast ass pygmies out there, and just running them down and beating them with a rock. And aardvarks are surprisingly slow. You know, the slow having Arthur motherfuckers. I actually brought home an aardvark quilt.
So
uncomfortable as shit, but I appreciate the sentiment behind it.
When you guys were there, when you got hungry, did you go to like the gazelle and stuff, or like where do you guys get food?
It wasn't that fancy. It was just the carrion and stuff.
The Oasis and stuff.
Oh God!
I miss your wheeze so much.
18 minutes.
The camera is perfectly aligned with this fucking vein that runs like.
Well, it starts with your like pseudo Superman curl, and then it just follows the fucking forehead vein all the way down. Oh God, that's so hot.
That's more Eddie Munster. You know, my ex-wife's uncle.
Did he diddle
uncle's father-in-law was a doctor, and he was probably in his 70s, real active dude, and he went to Africa with the Doctors Without Borders program, and he got pulled out of a boat by a croc, and they never saw him again. That's not a fucking joke. That's a true fucking story.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying they never saw him again, like he's living on an island somewhere. That motherfucker got eaten.
Oh yeah, he got fucking rolled and stuffed under a log at the bottom of the fucking river.
So you're saying he's dead?
He's dead.
He's a doctor, so he's licensed crocodile meat instead of just certified. Oh shit!
No good deed goes undevoured.
I watched this video a couple years back of alligators, crocodiles. I don't know the fucking difference, but they're in like a little enclosure at a zoo or something. And there's like 15 of them, and it's feeding time. They're throwing like raw chicken or something like that into the pen. And one alligator comes up and grabs another's legs and just does the death roll and does like the 20 barrel rolls or areolar rolls or whatever they're called, and just like snaps off the alligator's leg and then just like walks away. And the other alligator doesn't even react, just kind of looks down. It's like, what the fuck ever. I'm in a zoo. This is my life now. I don't give a fuck. I don't need this to do anything.
If you're ever in that position where you need to know whether it's an alligator or a crocodile, it's real easy. The alligator you'll see later, and the croc you'll see after a while.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening tonight. I am WPW, and I appreciate you, and you're welcome for my service. What if we just stop the podcast now? And I don't mean this episode.
Like
I mean
ever.
we're done. Fucking sign the fuck out. Walter Cronkite this motherfucker and just be on our way out to the Cayman Islands.
I'm honestly fine with just ending it on a dad joke.
Oh, did you guys hear about the explosion at the cheese factory in France?
Was it the old cheese factory?
No, there was debris everywhere.
When did this become the podcast?
So beep that. He used to do this thing when he got excited. I don't know if you ever saw it, but he would like rub his eyes like this when he got excited, like legitimately, like it was like a tick or something. And I still to this day see gee whiz and golly and all that shit just because he always used to throw those out there on scene.
Didn't Dexter from Dexter's Lab do that when he got excited? That looked really familiar. Dexter was the first thing that popped into my head. Oh fuck! I'm getting sweat in my eyes. It's so fucking hot.
He murdered serial killers with the help of his sister Dee Dee, right?
Yeah, Dexter's Laboratory went on like 3 seasons too long. It just got really repetitive after a while.
I thought it was weird after the animation changed because it had kind of like that older look, and then went on. You were being sarcastic, weren't you? Hey, fuck! If we're talking about Dexter's Laboratory, I'm good with it, man. Fuck, I don't give a shit about EMS. Let's talk about fucking late 90s Cartoon Network.
Cartoons.
Cow and Chicken had an episode that only aired one time, or maybe it never aired at all, but there was a gang of motorcycle women who showed up, and they were called the Buffalo Gals, and they all wore leather and had like crew cuts and all these like kind of Butch Dyke looking women, and they went into Cow and Chicken's house and started munching carpet. And that got to the point where I believe it either aired like once or something like that, but the whole episode was like produced, but you can find it on YouTube.
Wow.
That's incredible.
We're gonna have to look that up. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's called the Buffalo Gals.
You bring that up. I found this in a box of fridge magnets. I guess this was a promo thing they had given out years ago.
Oh shit.
I just found that today.
Is that still in the packaging?
No, but they're still connected. Like they're not separated.
Oh, okay. Got it.
They're on perforated lines. Johnny Bravo and Dexter and Cow and Chicken.
Did you watch any of that stuff, or were you guys too old for that?
Well, one doesn't have anything to do with the other when you're a fucking man-child. So yeah, I used to watch Dexter and a little bit of Johnny Bravo. I never got into Cow and Chicken. No.
Cow and Chicken was weird
same.
as fuck.
Yeah, I never watched Cow and Chicken.
It's one of those things like when you're a kid, like you kind of watch whatever's on. So even if you don't like a show, it's like, well, it's either this or nothing. And like, I'm not going to watch the news at fucking 9.
Ed, Edd and Eddy was the one that I liked from that era.
That show was almost too adult for me. And I don't mean that in content wise. I mean like the humor was too above my head most of the time. Like it was just, it's more geared towards like
people that laugh at alligator jokes.
So not me or
Yeah.
or oops. Bleep that. Me or fucking Hardstick. It's been 6 months since I recorded one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't think I really got into Ed, Edd and Eddy all that much. I'm trying to remember what was on like the last couple cartoons I used to watch before.
Flintstones.
No, fuck.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna cool my head off with a cold fucking beer.
Feels so good. So goddamn hot.
This looks like some stupid fucking drinking game. Or on a webcam holding fucking cans of beer to our forehead.
It's really sad that you two retards live in a shanty town and can't go inside.
I can turn my cooler on, but I think it might fuck with the sound.
I can go inside, but my family's there. I try to avoid them.
Why the well, and plus all the ghosts and shit.
You see the color drain from his face.
Man.
Frequent flyers is still bugging me to to play that Phantasmagoria game, so we can watch Walt freak the fuck out.
Oh, is that the one where I think I saw a video of it? Is it like you're like a ghost hunter?
Yeah, and it's like it doesn't
like
have to be VR, but there's a VR version of it that apparently
isn't it like there's 4 people or something, and you go in and some people can work
think up to
cameras
4.
and you can do the EVP or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm probably haunted by all the frequent flyers who've died on me, you know. So, ooh, I need a blanket. I'm cold.
That's the game we need to fucking produce. Frequent flyer haunting.
Is there nothing more annoying than when you have a patient ask for a blanket in the back of a fucking ambulance and it's 93 degrees because the AC doesn't fucking work?
Yeah, cooking show chefs, but otherwise no. Sorry, I've been fucking really annoyed by cooking show chefs lately.
What cooking show chefs specifically?
I don't know any of their names. I mean, fucking Gordon Ramsay, the other guy, and the other fucking guy, and the Filipino guy. And it just annoys me. Yeah, let's have a contest where we fucking bring people in who don't know how to fucking cook and then scream at them for a fucking hour and a half. Like, but you have to be pissed off to be a fucking chef? I don't know. It just seems really contrived, and it's been bugging me for a day because this is the bullshit my brain works on.
Well, I'm glad that the depression is, really taking up none of your time at all.
Oh, that's how I fucking avoid it. I sing fucking cartoon jingles from the 70s.
Come along with the Snorks.
Dude, Snorks were fucking legit. I'm impressed you remember the Snorks.
Dude, the Snorks are the worst. I'm just going to throw that out there, dude. Fuck the Snorks. It was like my least favorite cartoon growing up.
Snorks or
I understand
Smurfs?
I'm getting some street cred right now for knowing about the Snorks and singing the song, and I'm taking that away right now because fuck Snorks.
Serious question, and you have to defend it. Snorks or Smurfs? Go.
Oh. Fuck. Yeah, Snorks. I hate Snorks. I fucking hate the Smurfs.
So I would have gone Snorks, but I would have accepted Smurfs, and only because of Gargamel, because he is such a shitbag fucking villain. He's such a fucking retard. And
what was the name of his cat?
Villain name? Azrael. Yes, and he laughs. He laughs exactly like that. No, yeah, fucking great names for villains, especially for a show like the fucking Smurfs with all these stupid like childish repetitive names, and then you have these fucking crazy ass like fucking Old Testament demon names. That's amazing.
I thought Azrael was an angel.
I
mean,
pretty sure
angels are fucking terrifying.
Fallen angels.
Catholics don't know much about angels. We don't fuck with angels, really. We're all about saints, but fuck angels.
This Catholic didn't know shit about any of it.
I'm just coming for the bread.
I was here for the bread. I was an altar boy to go to fucking Six Flags.
Give me that cracker, bitch.
So I heard a little bit about this. Did they not allow Biden to get communion? Did that happen, or what happened? Do you guys hear any of this? There was something about Biden not getting fucking communion. I don't know why. I really wanted to. Beautiful. I really wanted to fucking look at just why him, what he specifically did. But again, I asked the fucking altar boy, and he knows nothing about it. So fuck me right.
Don't say that to an altar boy, please. I gotta say, Biden's not nearly as funny as Trump. Like,
No, I know.
Trump
and
was fucking hilarious. And like, I'm not saying one is better than the other. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think they're both equally pieces of shit. But Biden's just bland. Like, Trump, like him or hate him, that dude was fucking hilarious.
Right. And the Biden fucking like Alzheimer memes, they really dried up real quick. Like I felt like we
Yeah.
could have, beat that dead horse for a little bit longer and we didn't. That was it. And he fell upwards. That was kind of funny. And then
I think it's because it's just fucking sad. I mean, you're picking on a dementia patient, you know?
Who, somebody forget his Namenda today?
You Namenda? I Namenda. They should have gotten Eddie Murphy as Buckwheat to do those commercials.
Oh, God. Oh. Heartstick, are you drinking your Ron Swanson Lagavulin?
No, I had that earlier today. I made a little sampler thing for one of the guys at work. He said he likes scotch. It didn't go well. I probably wasted about $30 in scotch for his little tasters.
Did you bring it in Tupperware?
I did not.
Did he come over to your house?
No, so I had because we were talking about it, and I had one of the old Flaviar boxes, so I just filled the 3 little vials of some of the stuff that I liked, and he not only did he not drink it, he tried to pour it out into his drain, and his wife came down coughing. Like it just had a ridiculous coughing fit because it was so smoky and off-putting for both of them. He couldn't drink. He didn't even want to smell it. So yeah. So then he gave me some I think some Irish whiskeys or something. I think there's like a Redbreast and something else in there. I tried one of them. It was okay. It was just a little on the plain side. But yeah, he literally poured it down the drain and their fucking sink smells like an ashtray, and that sounds delicious. I want to lick their sink right now. But no, that Nick Offerman Lagavulin 11, it's good. It's not as good as the 16, but it's good. It's finished in like Guinness casks, so it has like a little bit of Guinness at the end. It's pretty bomb.
Nice.
See, I'm one of those guys where I don't drink that often. I really don't. And usually it's just beer or like mixed drinks, rum and Coke or something like that. So I wouldn't even know where to begin with, sipping something.
You mix your watermelon wine coolers with your crocodile your crocodile seltzer.
While wearing my Crocs with socks, ladies. Your dad could party pretty hard back in the day.
Back when pit vipers were actually fucking cool and not ironically embarrassing.
Shout out to bleep that.
You know what?
Dear Antler.
I didn't realize how many EMS crews actually had those, and it's real. It's a fucking thing. I've seen quite a few crews. I didn't think it was that prevalent.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone wear those.
Well, those are pretty fucking fancy and futuristic for part of the country you're in.
Delaware?
You guys, everybody's still wearing fucking aviators there, right?
I don't think people can afford sunglasses, man.
I mean, who am I to talk? I fucking wear aviators, but yeah, I fucking hate those pit vipers.
Oh, because you fly, right? Because you're flight medic?
I have been known to dip my toe in the air medical industry. I think it's because I lived through the 80s and I had a mullet and I had fucking ugly ass Oakleys back then that I just hate all this fucking resurgence of this shit.
Picks or it didn't happen right now.
I would have to dig through a box for one of those. I'll dig through some boxes this week for the next one.
You had fucking Cartoon Network refrigerator magnets you could reach for immediately with zero fucking pause, but you don't have a childhood picture of you with a fucking mullet. God damn it!
Hey, I'll go look. I might be gone a few minutes. And there's air conditioning inside, so fuck it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Will do. Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back.
Oh shit.
Oh, I just happen to have an album in one of the bookcases. There's no mullet pick, but I'm sure you'll get a fucking kick out of these two. This first one, I look like a missionary who might be a fucking serial killer.
You look like it looks like you and me fucked and have a little bitch child.
Them fucking round ass fucking early 90s John Lennon glasses. That was at a camp. I was at a camp for kids with HIV. That kid's dead, so.
That's exactly what she sounded like when she died. Exactly like that.
Fuck. Oh, are you fucking serious? Goddamn, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
This one is from the same summer. And I look real Hispanic in this one. It's kind of weird. This almost looks like a shot from like an 80s bad buddy cop TV show. But I look Mexican for some reason.
oh, you do. You look like a Dodgers
dude-
fan.
That dude in it.
You look like Howie Mandel.
Yeah, kind of. I was pasty. That dude in the picture with me, Johnny, he's actually FDNY. He was known for having like a fucking 18-inch fucking dong. He had the biggest dick I'd ever seen. And he loved showing anybody. Didn't matter if they wanted to see it or not. But one night we this was at the camp and we all stumbled in after curfew.
Hold on. To clarify, this is at the camp for kids with HIV.
It might have been that week. Every week in the summer was a different camp. It could have been special ed kids. I don't know. But the kids were asleep. We had gone out after fucking curfew.
So AIDS and hepatitis and sciatica, like just each weekend a different ailment.
Yeah, it was fibromyalgia camp. We were all drunk, and a couple of these fucking idiots got the idea to push a bunch of because we had like prison bunks basically, push the prison bunks together and make a fort out of it. So a bunch of dudes were in there, drunk, being fucking reprehensible. And I remember Johnny stuck his head out of like the blanket, like a fucking Muppet, like Kermit poking his head out from the curtains on the Muppet Show. And apparently he was naked. And I don't remember what he was saying. He was yelling or singing or something. And I'm looking right at him. And all of a sudden his fucking eyes cross. And he goes, "Somebody just licked my fucking asshole." It's the only time I've ever looked the guy in the face while he was getting his ass fucking licked. And at that point, I packed up my shit and I went to a different room. I was like, "I'm not fucking sleeping in here with you animals anymore."
Oh,
Oh, fucking incredible.
And yeah, we were responsible for the well-being of sick children.
So which one of the HIV kids was licking his asshole?
That's it. I don't know. Nobody fucking would fess up to it. I don't know if it was like a fucking ghost because the place was haunted as fuck. But there was like 6 guys in this fucking bunk fort, and none of them would fucking admit to it, and nobody saw anything.
It's like Friday the 13th, except with rim jobs. The real ass licker was Mary Voorhees.
Voorhees. Friday the 13th incher.
Friday the 13th incher. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's what I thought about getting pictures out last week because I wanted to get a picture of Joe Ambrosio. Because I don't know if I told you, every class picture we had with him, he was fucking around in the group shot. He was doing like fucking stroke faces, and he would get in trouble every year, but he always did it. I wanted to pull them all out. I'll have to look for those this week.
So much technical difficulty music this podcast.
Damn, my editing skills are getting better. Man, that fucking shitty rig awareness video, I spent a lot of fucking time in that, and it got like no fucking interaction. I'm done trying for these fucks.
Yeah, they're pretty much the worst.
You know, you look at like fucking the admins
Fuck that
followers,
guy.
and they're all fucking vocal, carrying him around like fucking C-3PO. Us, all they do is fucking argue with us. I posted that thing about that fucking Phoenix crew dropping that homeless dude off this week.
Oh,
What happened with it?
Phoenix dropped a dude off at Maryvale.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy had, so naturally his skin is just sloughing off,
Sure.
and he's got this fucking god awful infection. Phoenix basically were laughing at him the whole time they dropped him off, according to the entire staff that was there when we did the transfer. And it like, they were pissed. They were fucking disgusted by this crew, and I was disgusted getting this story from them. And then like they blew off the fact that they left his one bag of personal belongings on the curb, didn't bring it. Like, just doing what fucking Phoenix does. So I posted about it on a page, and most people were got it, but you know, of course, there's always one or two of those fucking fire defenders who get all fucking up in arms about it, and it's just like, oh, shut the fuck up.
How could anyone defend that behavior?
It's not so much the behavior. Like, they didn't say, oh, they were fine doing what they did. They were like, you know, yeah, no, that's a shitty thing to do, but like, there shouldn't be a but. There shouldn't be a but about it at all. But you shouldn't put that online for your 40,000 followers to see. You know what? Fuck you. I'm not shoveling it under the fucking carpet like it was always done, you know.
Someone like that deserves to be called out, because people like that don't get called out historically. Yeah. It doesn't matter what facet of life. Like, there are people like that everywhere, and people ignore that shit. And fuck you. I don't want someone like that taking care of my fucking family. Period. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what department it is. I don't care if it's fucking EMS or fire or police or fucking postman. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want someone like that being around me or people that I give a shit about.
And I would get half as fucking pissed off about it probably if things were done about it. Because if it had been an AMR crew or a fucking Lifeline crew or Maricopa
they'd
crew,
have their fucking license taken away. They'd be reported to the state.
Right.
Their certification. Bitch.
But yeah, just having that fucking I-60 protection, it's fucking horseshit. Fucking get your shit right with God, because the I-60 is not going to help you in the fucking afterlife.
But it's weird, though, that AFSCME will protect them for shit like that, but they won't protect them for trying to take a shit when they have a call in New York. That I don't understand. I can't believe that actually was a fucking, like, a formal letter that they had to do that.
Oh, so, yeah. Was that AFSCME?
What I've heard is that apparently it was an issue with certain areas of crews, like abusing the shit policy, whatever the fuck it's called. They call it like the 10-101 or something if they catch a call and somebody's fucking screaming on the toilet. So I guess it was something that people were using it when they weren't actually shitting. Like, crews were getting caught sitting in a parking lot somewhere saying, oh yeah, my partner's taking a shit. And then the supervisor walked up and like, well, unless he's shitting in the cab, he's not taking a shit. And apparently the FDNY got tired of it and wanted to bring down some sort of fucking policy about it. And the union kind of clapped back with that and made that fucking, and sent that out as like, you know, fuck you, you're being ridiculous, you know. So if you really want to clamp down on this, then we're going to have our crew send photographic evidence.
That's fantastic.
So if that's the case, I fucking love it.
Right. That was not the tone in which I read it. I read it as like, this is policy coming from your union. That's how I read it. But if it's the other way, that's comedy gold, and that's pretty funny.
Yeah, we'll see how far that goes. But
did you guys ever go to the website? I don't know if it still is a thing, but it's called ratemypoo.com. And people would just send pictures of their poo, and you'd vote on them 1 through 10. And let's see if it's still a thing. And so you could go to, it was kind of like how Reddit is, where it's like You can go to hot or new or like worst poos or like the top 10 poos of all time. Oh, it doesn't exist anymore. It was a satellite page from rotten.com, which is a fucked up page back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Rate my poon. I've been on Rate My Poon.
Oh, there's a Rate My Poo subreddit. Oh, well, I'm just going to ignore you guys for the rest of the podcast and just look at these poos.
Just start sending them in to FDNY.
And post some Savage Paramedics page.
Fucking Chief's like, this is a repost. This is fucking bullshit. I've seen this one.
We can start a new Facebook page called Savage Paramedics.
Fucking stupid.
Stupid. Oh, wow.
It's like the Twin Towers.
But they still exist.
Did he fucking aim that, or did that just happen that way?
Dear Lord.
Oh, that's a blood sausage.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right. Ugh.
All right. Well,
I had a buddy in high school that used to take pictures of his poo with a Polaroid. And he would just leave Polaroids around the fucking school. He'd slide them into people's lockers. He'd slide them under the door to the teacher's lounge.
This is a fucking Catholic school.
That's exactly why that kind of shit happened.
Fuck.
We had water gun day. I think it was my junior year, and so you guys were like 5. But that year was the big year of the Enertech water guns. They were battery operated and they looked like fucking real guns.
Oh, those are the ones that had the slide like moved, right? And they made it sound like whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember those.
So we all had one and we brought them in and we were like, all right. In between classes, it would be fucking water war in the hallways, lunchtime water war. And this kid Damon Galano, he pulled out of his bag one of the ones that you can get at Walmart. It's like the 2 clear tubes. One slides into the other, and it's like a suction action. You put it in like a bucket of water, and you suck up like a fucking quart of water. He ran in the boys' bathroom and stuffed it in the toilet, and he sucked the thing up there. And the fucking hallways just cleared the fuck out. Like nobody wanted any part of that. And that kid Phil, I know I talked about him on the page. I talked about the fight that he got in with that kid Martin. I don't know if we talked about it here. But Phil came up the stairs because he stayed clear the fuck away from any group activities because he knew he was going to get fucking ganged up on. And he came up the stairs and he walked into the hallway, and Damon was like 3 feet from him, and just fucking full blast right in the chest with a gallon of fucking high school toilet water. Fucking soaked his tie, his fucking shirt. I mean, completely fucking annihilated him. Probably gave him Hep C.
Did he show up to the summer camp the next year? What happened with their fight?
Oh,
I don't think I saw the story.
Oh man. So Phil, he wasn't a dwarf. I don't know what he was considered.
Like technically like an African pygmy?
Well, like a Game of Thrones little fella.
Okay.
Like I don't know what he would be medically considered, but he was tiny, and he had somewhat disproportionate.
He's a propeller.
Arm. What?
Yeah. Put him on your dick, and then he just.
Oh, a spinner.
Yeah.
He was Puerto Rican, and he was tiny. He kind of looked like Ram Man from He-Man cartoons, but he had giant balls. Like he would take on anybody. He wouldn't let anybody fucking.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right, fair enough. Go on. weirdest fucking
There's just no
school.
segue, no foreplay. Just ram that in dry. Yeah, he's a midget with giant balls. What the fuck of it?
Walt immediately pictured a fucking midget on a hippity hop.
Boinga, boinga, boinga. Oh.
Like he would not take shit from anybody, even no matter how many times he got his ass kicked, he would not fucking take shit from people. So like he had like some begrudging fucking respect from people. But he also had a bit of a chip on his shoulder. And there was this other kid, Martin. I should just read the fucking story that I put up on the page at the time. Martin was a little bit taller than Phil, but he was proportionate. He was a skinny little fucking Italian kid.
How were his balls?
Probably greasy, judging by his face.
Pubic hair was slicked back.
Martin looked kind of like
his
Mick
ball's
Jagger.
name was Rizzo.
You know what? Let me find this fucking picture or this post.
Cue the technical difficulties music.
Yeah, I'll just read this fucking story because I'm a little buzzed right now. And yeah, this was a story that I was reminded of from a patient that I had transported. So it's maybe 3:30 in the afternoon, and we had just gotten let out of school, and it's either spring or fall, judging by the fact that most of us were just wearing our shirts and ties. Maybe a few people had light jackets on. I'm either a sophomore or a junior. We're a block from school, standing at the bus stop, waiting for the number 9 bus to pick us up so we could make people on the bus as miserable as our fucking teachers with our obnoxious bullshit on our way home. Today's different, though. There's maybe 20 or 30 more kids than usual waiting. But the bus pulls up and nobody gets on. We're all giddy with anticipation because the fight of the year is about to start. Being loud and as obnoxious as fuck because this fight is going to be hilarious. I don't remember what caused it exactly, but it was between the two biggest shitheads suffering from little man syndrome at my school, Marty and Phil. Martin was a tough, streetwise kid who knew how to fight, even though he was maybe 4'6" and maybe $110. He had a face that looked like Mick Jagger and Macaulay Culkin got melded in a teleporter mishap. He usually had a black eye any given week, an Irish Italian hood rat that probably threw as many punches with his old man and big brothers as he did with the kids on the street. Phil was a 4'4" Puerto Rican with a wheat belly and a pug face like Louis Guzman. He had a near midget arm to torso ratio with legs to match, and yet would strut around school like he was king shit of fuck mountain. He never backed down from that alpha position, which made him tough because he took a metric fuck ton of beatings for it. I don't remember who arrived first at the bus stop, but I do know he was met with an uproarious cheer, as was the second to arrive. I remember Phil taking off his dress jacket. Yeah, I went to a Catholic all-boys high school. We always got a kick out of watching him try to get his T-Rex arms out of it. As I'm writing this, I'm remembering details I had forgotten. They both had a corner man. Phil had his pal, LeRae, who was a really nice idiot who definitely was not in school equipped to deal with his genetic shortcomings. LeRae had the misfortune of looking like an old-timey racist cartoon combined with such a mush mouth that you had to ask him to repeat himself 2 or 3 times usually. Martin had Rob, who was maybe 6'3" and had, only a few days earlier, I swear on my eyes, put Marty up against the lockers by his throat and slowly lifted him up to Rob's face height while Martin swung and kicked at him, coming up short by at least a foot. I have no idea what the fight was about, but it was cartoony as fuck, and now they were friends again. The fight itself was quite disappointing. These two fine genetic specimens started with the usual, "Come on, motherfucker, take the first swing," posturing shit while circling around and taking half-ass swings at each other. Eventually, Phil landed a solid punch to Marty's face, and the fight devolved into a hugging match with very few punches being thrown. It eventually went to ground, these two badasses rolling around like 2 fifth graders. No glorious ass-kicking were we to be witness to that day. As the crowd quieted down due to a growing disinterest, LeRae and Rob broke them up and they went about gathering book bags and whatnot with the occasional breathless insult thrown in. The boos and jeers of the crowd only half as heartfelt as the earlier cheers. We were over it already. This part I remember clearly like it happened this morning. Phil had begun walking back towards the corner and threw a "Tell your mom I said hi" back over his shoulder at Marty, who dropped his coat and bag and took off for Phil as fast as his little legs would carry him, quickly closing the 20 or so feet between them. I think Marty watched a lot of wrestling because he executed the most flawless dropkick I'd ever seen. It would have been majestic had it not been a mere 4 feet above the ground, but it was spectacular in its own right. Both feet landed squarely in Phil's upper back and sent him flying face first, arms splayed out like Air Jesus as he left the ground and flew. I know time makes a mockery of memory, but I swear he flew 10 feet and then slid another 30, arms still splayed out as he skidded to a stop, not moving. The roar of the crowd was an insane mix of cheers and awful, evil fucking laughter that only high school kids and true assholes can muster. And yeah, I was laughing right along with them, even as I ran to Phil with Lorray to check on him. Pick me up, I can't move. He hollered at the ground, and me and Lorray and a couple of freshmen picked him up by the arms and legs, his little body as limp as a wet sock. Holy fuck, this kid's paralyzed, probably went through my head as Phil kept repeating, I can't move. We were carrying him towards the bus stop bench like tribesmen carrying prize game when I realized everyone else was now running past us. I looked when I heard someone yell, the bus, and I saw kids piling on board. So I did what any hero to be would do. I dropped that pygmy motherfucker and ran for the bus. As I dropped my fare in the box and made my way to the back, I watched out the window as Lorray and the one freshman that hadn't tried to run tried to roll Phil onto his back. I made my way to my seat as the bus pulled away, full of raucous laughter and perturbed onlookers. I don't really know why I dropped him and ran. There was a definite shift in the vibe once everyone realized Phil wasn't moving. So maybe we all panicked and didn't want to be accountable for his miserable bedridden fate. Or maybe I just needed to go home and jerk off 4 or 5 times before Mom got home from work and began her night drinking. A little column A, a little column B. The noise made the next day at school when Phil strutted into class was more deafening than the cheers and insults of the day before. Phil took it all in stride. No big thing. High fives all around. We all took turns throwing shade at him for almost getting his dumbass paralyzed the day before, but I think most of us, if not all, were relieved that he was able to Oompa Loompa his way into school again. Martin got expelled that year for some minor infraction that was the last straw on a massive pile of previous wrongdoings, but not before he and I exchanged blows in the hallway. That's a story for another time, though. Phil managed to graduate with us, having received enough beatings and abuse over those remaining high school years to earn a begrudging respect from all of us. The quote under his yearbook photo was, I'm not conceited, I'm convinced. I think he grew up to be either the Tony Robbins of Puerto Rico or middle management at an EMS agency somewhere. While far from the worst thing I've ever done, I often think about leaving Phil there and feel bad about it. I also still laugh about it because I know who I am. Close enough for penance, I guess. Most stories end with a bang. This one just fizzled out. No grand ending, no moral. Except maybe be like Phil. Don't let others beat down your self-image, no matter how much of an asshole you are. And never abandon a patient. Not unless you get a shitty story out of it. I'll probably cut all that out, but
that was fucking amazing.
There's your story.
Oh god, dude, it's so funny how everywhere kids fucking scatter when someone gets hurt. Fucking nobody ever stays to fucking help their friends. Everybody just fucking runs. We used to do that shit all the time in our fucking neighborhood. Anybody gets fucking hurt, the mom would fucking come out looking, and everybody was hiding every single fucking time.
Yep. Didn't matter. You were there. It was partly your fault.
Yep.
You were going to catch a fucking beating.
Yep.
One of the only fights I ever saw in high school was a girl fight, and it was this ramp that was right above me, so I was probably 3 or 4 feet below when it happened, and this girl jumps on this other one and starts like rabbit punching her, brings her down to the ground, was trying to put her into a chokehold, and then starts pulling her hair, and so she had her like on her stomach and her back was arched as she's just pulling her ponytail, like, and you can see her arms like vibrating because she's pulling so hard, and there was no hype, nothing. Everyone around just was like staring, just in complete shock, because there was nothing that, there was no foreplay for this fight. The girl just got jumped, and so this girl's pulling her hair and everyone's just staring in shock, and the girl on the below, her face is already all red and shit, and she goes, help, like that, like all super sarcastically.
So kind of like grandpa.
I think it got broken up, and then the girl literally ran away.
That sounds so fucking California.
Yeah.
Help?
Help?
Oh, fuck. Getting jumped is the fucking worst. It's just such an adrenaline jump and dump, and especially when you don't know why you're getting jumped or you don't know the people that are fucking jumping you. I'll judge by the stairs that neither of you have been jumped.
No.
I twice, and it wasn't necessarily jumped, but in 7th or 8th grade, I mean, both of these, like, I don't look too great in either of these scenarios, but one, we were in PE, and there was this kid that was walking in front of me, and he had like the skate shoes, like the Osiris's or something like that, you know, the big old like oversized ones where they're not laced up. And he's walking in front of me, and like I'm a big dude. I mean, like obviously I wasn't that big in middle school, but this kid was much smaller, and he's walking in front of me, and so I gave him like 4 flat tires in a row where I was like stepping on the back of his shoes, and so it's like clop 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 clop, and I was just like and he turns around and just jumps on me and starts like and like literally like started like rabbit punching the fuck out of the side of my face, and I was in complete shock, like I barely knew this kid, and then he fucking hit me probably 12 times, like really fast, and then just ran off in the distance. And I sat there like, what the fuck just happened? Like he didn't actually do much damage. I had that. And then my sophomore or junior year of high school, I was a football player. And so we had like our PE was like weightlifting, and I was doing power cleans. And so I was doing like a set of, you know, I was doing like 5 reps or something like that. And so I'd done like number 3 or number 4. I had like 1 or 2 left. And this guy who was kind of like he ended up dropping out of school and became homeless, which is what I was told. But he comes up and takes some of the weight off that I had on the bar. And I went, dude, and I like, oh no, he put like a 2.5 pound weight on or something, and I took the weight and like tossed it off. And I was like, no, I'm still going. And like I think it probably like hit his shoe or something. Like it obviously wasn't directed at him. I wasn't like trying to hit him or anything like that. And he just like crow hops and sucker punches me in the face. And I had braces at the time, and so it cut the fuck out of my lip. And we were literally right in front of our coaches. Like they were sitting 6 feet in front of us when this happened. And so like everyone goes quiet and that whole thing. And I just go, are you fucking kidding me right now? And I just start yelling at him. And then I had to get escorted to the nurse, and I was like fucking had blood all down my shirt and stuff like that. But there's only real times, and I should have beat that dude's ass, but you know how it is. Like
Yeah,
you're
you
not
should've.
expecting it.
That was perfect time. Fucking coaches saw it. You didn't throw first. You were defending yourself.
Yeah, I know, right?
They just made him captain.
Whatever. Yeah, 16-year-old WPW was kind of a pussy, so. I mean, 33-year-old WPW is also a pussy, but I was a pussy at 16 too.
Admitting you're a pussy is half the battle.
All right. Well, you guys ready to call it?
Sure.
Yeah, if you want. It's nice having you back. We could go on for fucking hours.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll see you guys next year, I'm sure.
Yeah, where are you off to next? Fucking, I heard it was the Sahara.
Dubai. I'm trying to lower that median income.
I was gonna say, do they need your prehistoric medical knowledge there? I'm sure that they've got fucking cybernetics at this point.
They're like the last 3 minutes of Rick and Morty this week, where they have all the technology. I'm just back in the Stone Age at this point. All right. Well, gentlemen, it was lovely being back. I appreciate both of you, and to our 18 listeners, thank you for listening. And as always, you're welcome for our service, and you guys have a great night. Thank you.
See you, W. See you, Hardstick.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Click. Oh, fuck. I am buzzed. What the hell?
Yeah, I could tell when you're reading that story, man.
Shit. I think it's fucking exhaustion and dehydration. 2 beers. Fuck.
I've always
Oh,
wanted to fucking running drop kick somebody. It's literally on my bucket list. I've said this so many fucking times. It has to be it. I envision it a very specific circumstance. More than likely, one of my friends is just getting their ass kicked by somebody fucking kind of just standing over them wailing, and I just want to come from fucking the distance, run, and then just fucking 2 legs straight out, drop kick, probably break my fucking hip. But I just want it to be fucking seen. I just want someone to fucking tell that story. They don't have to fucking know me. Like, dude, this fucking lanky motherfucker came out of nowhere and he fucking did the highest fucking drop kick.